It's World War III. Are you ready to get drafted? Here's how you should properly train. No, but on a serious note, dude, World War III could be happening. And also on a serious note, we are not prepared as like the average person in America. I mean, you and I are prepared, but like the average person in America is not physically fit enough to go to war. Like, straight up.
The numbers are 40, let's just say 40% obesity in America. So, yeah. Well, at least we got, 60%. That's not obese.
That's not obese, maybe.
Right.
But like even normal workout people, are not fit for, like, they don't work out for warfare.
Yeah.
So here's what I would do. Listen, I've trained some Green Berets, Rangers. I've trained with the SEALs for a long time, actually. Here's what I would do. If you want to train to get in shape and be super fit as well, here's the 10 things that I would work on right now. Strength. All right, these aren't in no particular order. Strength. You have to get stronger. If you're stronger, you're more durable, and you can – if you get stronger, you'll be more durable and less susceptible to injuries, period. You have to be able to do physical things out in the field, and it should be easy for you. If you have to drag a body – it should be doable for you, not like, oh my God, this is a 1 rep max effort. Like, these should be things that you can be able to handle pretty easily. So you need to be stronger. You need to lift for strength. You need to stop lifting for hypertrophy. Being bigger is not going to help you. You need to be stronger. If you get a little bit bigger, it's okay. That's one end of the spectrum. The other end of the spectrum is your cardio. You need to increase your cardiovascular fitness, period. You need to be able to go for an extended period of time. And both are equally as important, strength and cardio. If you can just go run forever, you're just not going to be strong enough or durable enough out in the field. But if you can just do strength and you can't run a mile, you're going to be in trouble. You need to increase your both. So how do we do both ends of the spectrum? Well, we'll get there. So strength, cardio, you need to increase your flexibility. Most people are so stiff, myself included. You just don't have the flexibility to get into odd positions that you're probably going to find yourself in, that you need to go perform from these odd positions. So you need to have better range of motion through your joints and control in those positions, but I would consider that strength. I would consider flexibility and strength separate, but going together. So mobility is flexibility and strength, but we're breaking things down to the fundamental levels here. You need to have better flexibility. You need to be able to shoot crouching from one angle, shoot crouching from another angle.
You need to be able to shoot a gun, period.
You need to be able to shoot a gun, period.
If you don't know how to shoot a gun, you're fucked. Yeah. You aren't going to win that battle.
If you get drafted, they're going to teach you how to shoot a gun. We're just talking about physical fitness that you're probably not going to learn if you get drafted. You'll learn some of it, but you're not going to learn all of it.
Fix the bayonets.
Fix bayonets. I love that guy, dude.
So I think fix bayonets. Yeah, that's
so
awesome.
Strength, cardio, flexibility. These are all things that can be trained hard. And then stamina. Stamina is your ability to train or to be able to perform at high intensity for repeated intervals. So think of it like HIIT training, high intensity interval training, similar to that, right? You need to be able to, can I go for a bout of high intensity and then I'm resting, I'm crouching, I'm covering, and then do it again and again. So I'm up in intensity, down intensity, up in intensity. Can you do that over and over and over and over again? Most people can't. So you can change your training to fit all these pieces. These 4 components are things that can be trained hard, right? Then we go into things that are more about how your brain operates with your body, right? Coordination, that's another one. Number 5, coordination. You need to be able to control your body. So let's say if you're super strong in your quads and your hamstrings and your glutes and your adductors and your core and your back, that doesn't mean that you're going to be a good squatter. You need to be able to use all those muscles in a pattern to produce a movement. That's coordination. So the better coordinated you are, so think someone like who you think has better coordination, a gymnast or a cross-country runner? Clearly a gymnast. So if you can take someone that can if you have good coordination with a lot of different movements, you know how to control your body. When a new movement pattern comes up, you'll be able to learn that new movement pattern quicker. And when you're out doing war, you're going to find yourself in a lot of movement patterns you've never been in. So you need to have better coordination. So you need to do more movements that train a high variability of joint angles. We'll get into this as we go. Balance. You need to have better balance, right? You need to be able to control. Balance essentially is being able to control the position of your center of mass. So your body has a center of mass, and when I move to one side, my center of mass kind of switches. The more I move around, the different positions I put my body in, my center of mass changes. So my ability to control that is balance. So typically people think that with your joints and things like that, but it's kind of what is balance? It's kind of the strength of the joints plus coordination. So all these different things kind of combine together. But if you need to do something, again, you're moving quickly and you're finding yourself in odd positions, you need to have good balance so you don't fall over or you slip or do something that you're not trying to do and find yourself in a bad situation. Then you need agility. Agility is your ability to change movement patterns or change from one movement pattern to another movement pattern quickly. So again, you're not just going to run in a straight line the whole time. You're probably going to run. You're probably going to move to the side. You're probably going to crouch. You're probably going to jump. You're probably going to crawl. You're probably going to do lots of different movement patterns. And your ability to change from one movement pattern to another quickly is agility, and your ability to do that. So we call agility. Then we have accuracy. Okay, accuracy. These are things that you don't really talk about in the fitness industry too much. Coordination, balance, accuracy, agility. Accuracy is your ability to control intensity levels. So if you have to run a mile and you're running at a 800-meter pace, that's not good accuracy. That's pretty poor accuracy. You're going to get tired, and then you're going to have a half a mile to go, and you're not going to be able to perform your best. So how do I know how much intensity to put into this thing that I'm doing where it's not too much and it's not too little? It's the right amount of intensity for this task that's at hand. All this stuff can be trained. Then there's two more. So we talked about the brain. Then we talked about just kind of hard training. The hard training is the strength, cardio, flexibility, and stamina. Now there's kind of two that are in the middle. Power. You need to be more. Power is probably the most important thing, especially for any athletic performance, which I would consider warfare an athletic performance. It just has dire consequences if you lose. But power is your body's ability to produce strength or produce force quickly. So your brain controls how quickly it fires muscle fibers, and most people don't train for power. Especially if you're doing bodybuilding or hypertrophy training, you're probably training pretty slow and controlled, but that's not how warfare is. Warfare is not slow and controlled, right? So if you're here, I'm not saying you're going to go get shipped off somewhere. I'm saying that we have something pop off here on the homeland. You might be thrown into a war that you're not ready for. That's not it. That's not it. So those are 9 different things I mentioned so far, and the 10th is speed. How quickly can you perform repeated movement patterns over and over and over again? So let's say I can do a body weight squat for 30 seconds, and I can do 15 reps. And in 30 seconds, you can do 30 reps. Your speed is better. So to be able to perform repetitive movements quicker is a very important part of performance. And these are things that are often overlooked. What do people mostly focus on when they're training? Strength, maybe cardio, maybe stamina, maybe flexibility. Maybe.
Yeah.
Strength for sure. Because if you're doing bodybuilding training, it's hypertrophy. It's not necessarily strength training, but it is strength. You're getting stronger for sure.
Strength, muscle building.
Yeah. So you're getting stronger. So people are trained strength.
Yeah.
But you should change your training to be geared towards strength versus hypertrophy, because you can get stronger without getting bigger. And again, we're trying to make your body a machine, a war machine. And those are the 10 things I would focus on. But how do we do that? Well, strength training, listen, all of my programs, by the way, riverperformance.com, incorporate all of these.
Yeah, I might have to
make
a hyper-specific one.
Yeah, I might have to make a World War III training.
The warfare.
Yeah, I have
World War
programs
III
like this. I've trained. I have like conjugate programs from dudes that I trained that were Green Berets. And, dude, this shit was hard. These guys were monsters because mentally they're tough.
Go into that a little bit.
Mentally they're tough. So it'd be like, it was a lot of like odd object. So first we would do some sort of maximal strength training, just like we always do, but we do that kind of quick. Mm-hmm. Some sort of movement, start with some sort of max movement, and then we do some sort of power type training as a secondary movement, where normally for us we continue down the strength road, but I have them do some sort of power stuff. And their accessories, we would do maybe a little bit of bodybuilding, and then a lot of it would be their conditioning or GPP. We'd focus on stamina, coordination, balance. So the movements that we do would be like, maybe like a sandbag, power clean, bear crawls, carrying things like with ropes, like pulling things with ropes, climbing ropes, doing like multi-planar twisting type movements, making them just much more athletic. But a big component of that was I would design things like as perfectly as I possibly could to really challenge their mental strength. And I think if there was an 11th thing, that's not necessarily a physical thing, it's mental. Most people's mental strength, you're just so, most people are so soft mentally.
You can't
so
have
soft.
that in warfare.
Yeah, like if you go to a gym, most people that go to a commercial gym are I would consider pretty fucking soft. And you're in the top 10% of the country if you go to a gym. Think about all the people that don't go. Think about how soft people are. Like the second things get hard, you're going to give up. Listen, if you're in a warfare situation,
well, warfare is going to either make you harder or it's going to make you softer.
You're going to die. Most people are going to die.
It's a survival situation, which your brain could do some crazy stuff in survival situations,
Yeah.
but you can't rely off of that.
Yeah.
This
is the saying here. And out of 100 people that go to war, 10 people shouldn't even be there. You don't want to be one of those 10 people. Think about all the people that you go to Walmart or you just walk around like a crowded area. Think about all these people who are like, that person would not last one single second in warfare.
You don't want to be
people that are morbidly obese, things that people, you don't want to be that person. You can look around, you know who I'm talking about. 10 people shouldn't even be there. 80 people are just targets. You don't want to be that either. You don't want to be a target. 9 people do most of the fighting. You want to be one of those people. One of those people is a true warrior. That's what you want to strive towards, is all these components I just talked about, plus the mental side of things of just, I will never give up under any circumstances ever. I don't care if my arm is blown off and my leg is blown off. I will continue to fight until I'm literally dead.
Yeah. Fighting for your life.
That's what you want to work towards. At the very least, you want to be one of the 9 people doing most of the fighting.
Yeah, because I want to survive.
I'm trying to survive.
Yeah.
Because listen, obviously we're hyping this situation up. Who knows? Hopefully everything calms down and it's not World War III. But you know what? An actual potential real reality is that warfare breaks out here on our homeland for the first time ever since Revolutionary War. I don't know. I'm not a fucking war historian. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't happen very often where people are coming here.
It's been a long time. It's
It might happen.
Yeah.
And if you're not prepared, you're going to be in trouble. You're going to be in more trouble than someone who is prepared. So all I'm saying is maybe change your training up a little bit. And here's a general approach to how I would structure these. I would start off with some sort of strength move, just basically what I just described. The way I train the Green Berets. Some sort of strength movement to get stronger. Squat, bench press, deadlift, sumo deadlift, good morning, something like that. Some sort of maximal movement for a max of 1 to 8 reps is where you want to be. And then I will do some sort of power movement. You can do those movements, but really, really fast. You can do power cleans. You can do snatches, some sort of movement where you're moving weight, like pretty heavy weight, very, very quickly. So you can do deadlifts against bands. You can do power cleans. You can do clean and jerks. You can do snatches, hang cleans. There's a million different things that you can do. I recommend learning how to do power cleans and power snatches, or at least clean pulls and snatch pulls, because they knock out a number of different things: power, speed, coordination, balance.
So CrossFitters got a chance.
CrossFitters are going to be the most prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They just got the endurance, the strength, everything you named off practically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, yeah. I mean, to be honest, what you want to do is you want to train like a CrossFit Games athlete. That's basically what you want to do.
Yeah.
But I would add a little bit. Honestly, yeah, that's what I would pick.
Yeah.
That's what I would pick.
Might have to switch our training up a little bit.
On a serious note,
No,
though.
but,
so
here's
the thing: training like a CrossFit Games athlete is different than training like a CrossFit down the road.
Yeah.
Right? These guys are monsters. But I would say in a warfare situation, those guys are probably the most prepared. And reality is those guys and girls, they're probably a little too big. If you just wanted to train for warfare, they're probably a little too big. But I would pick them. Of all athletes, I would pick them.
You would pick the CrossFitters.
The elite athletes.
Okay.
I'm not talking about the local guy.
Yeah.
Wearing a fucking
okay. What if you had
headband.
top five people you could have with you? You had a little squad.
CrossFitters, wrestlers, or some sort of like MMA, martial arts, something like that. But probably like wrestlers more specifically, because their
I think
stamina.
they'd be better like hand-to-hand combat too.
They're just. I think that they have better conditioning. Yeah, hand-to-hand stuff is good, but yeah, any sort of like UFC guy
Okay.
is probably going to be a pretty good fit. Because the reality is, you're probably not going to be doing hand-to-hand combat. You're probably going to be moving. It's all firearms, explosives, things like that. You need to be good with a rifle, but like you need to be able to move. You need to be able to be like do continuous movement for an extended period of time, or at least have the ability to do that.
Okay.
If you're a sniper, not so much, but even then, it's kind of the same thing. You might just be moving a little bit at a time, but like you need to be able to move. It's not just you're not going to be doing. I'm assuming probably hand-to-hand combat, but if you're going to sit there in one spot and shoot, and you never move, you're probably going to get shot or blown up. Or,
I was gonna say, like, I feel like I would be a sniper.
Well, a sniper's fine, but they wouldn't know where you're coming from. But I'm saying if you're just think about like a regular like rifleman guy.
Yeah.
They got to move.
Yeah.
You got to move. You got to move quickly. You have to have the ability to go long distances, short distances, high power for a short period of time, low power for a long period of time, everything in between. You need to have the ability to do lots of different types of physical performances. So CrossFit, wrestlers, but we'll put UFC guys in there.
Okay.
I would say decathletes or heptathletes for the female sides. I don't know.
I think a hunter, honestly. A hunter would be a good choice too. I know that's kind of like off topic, but as far as like having the skills to, use
All right, so you're talking about something different.
Yeah, a little
You're talking about something different. I'm talking about
Yeah.
just purely physical attributes. Where a hunter, obviously, I'm gonna take some country boy. I'm gonna pick him first before I pick a
Some
UFC guy who's never held a rifle in his life. Yeah, well, give me some corn-fed country boy
Yeah.
who knows how to shoot, knows how to hunt, knows how to, they're basically doing that type of stuff their whole life. So I'm just talking about physical attributes, and that's it. Something that like, hey, we need to train this person how to in warfare. Who's going to learn warfare the fastest? Just on physical attributes, and that's it. But I think those are my top three. I don't really know. There's nothing that like really jumps out at me after that.
Maybe some gymnastics people.
Yeah, maybe. But their cardio stinks.
Yeah.
But everything else is off the charts. Their strength, their flexibility, stamina, coordination, balance, accuracy, speed, power. So really all they would need to learn is cardio. But yeah, gymnast, I would for sure put gymnast at the top of the list for athletes, just period. Like not talking about warfare, just athletes in general. Maybe like an Ironman or like a sprint triathlete, somebody that's a little bit bigger, a little bit more powerful for a sprint triathlete. Yeah. Because they're kind of on the opposite end where they might not be super strong and their flexibility is probably quite, I don't know, they probably got a lot of things that are questionable. I'll take that back.
I feel like a lot of people can be trained though for warfare, but I mean, how short of a notice? It's, you maybe have like a couple months. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you can make significant progress in a couple months if you geared your training specifically towards that. You would need to do more multiplanar movements. So my Viking Warrior program and Shield Maiden programs, redperformance.com. This is the stuff that we train. Honestly, like I should have sold
Warrior.
this. I should have sold this earlier.
Yeah.
redperformance.com. But seriously, Viking Warrior and Shield Maiden. Here's how you train if you want to be a warrior.
Yeah.
In a commercial gym. Like it's not like if I were to train you in person, one-on-one, you had all the equipment, all the special, we wouldn't be doing that. But this is what you could do at a normal gym. But yeah, it's a lot of multiplanar movements. It's a lot of balance and joint training, but obviously all my programs are going to be built on a foundation of strength. But the cardio, the conditioning is all there. I would say stamina and condition. When I say conditioning, stamina, conditioning is the term I typically use, but stamina is the real term because conditioning kind of covers cardio and stamina. Mm-hmm. So that's why I just call it. That's a more colloquial term, as we say. But technically speaking, those are broken down: cardio, cardiovascular, respiratory fitness. So, and then stamina.
Ah.
But yeah, a lot of people can be trained for it. But most people
I think I'd be
won't.
ready for it.
I would certainly. I think at the end of the day, it's more about up here.
Yeah. You either want to be in it or you don't.
Yeah.
If you ain't, I mean, if you're in the draft, you don't have a choice. But
Yeah, it looks like from. I mean, listen, I don't know anything. I'm a fucking meathead, so don't take what I'm saying seriously. But I've been seeing a lot of things that the government's like starting to get the ball rolling on things to institute the draft again.
yeah, but what would make a draft start? Because it just kind of blows my mind. I feel like we have so many people in the military already.
Not compared to China. Not
Really?
compared to China, Russia, Iran combined. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, you need to have the ability to call up on people. Oh shit, my bad.
Yeah, you're good.
You need to have the ability to call up on people.
You just
as
gotta. You
need.
just need to have as many people as you can get.
I read a number of different, a number of different places that like if shit really pops off, we're like expected to be losing like 3,600 soldiers a day. So if they
Yikes.
think that something's gonna pop off, it's like, yo, let's get this training started now. So a
would make
year
you
from now, we got
Yeah.
troops
What would make you think it would happen here, though?
because our borders are wide open.
That's true.
People
And
are
there
just
has been
pouring
a
in
lot
all
of
day, every day.
sketchy-
Anybody can come in.
There's been a lot of sketchy people coming in.
Yeah, our borders are open. People are just thinking, oh, well, it's a bunch of unskilled Mexicans. It's like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
It's all kinds of people from all over the world that they know, hey, we can just walk right over the border. So you think that like that countries that hate us aren't sending people into the country? I have no idea like the rate at which that's happening, but to say that that's not happening
See,
at
that
all
never even crossed my mind.
is crazy.
Never. That did not cross my mind.
You
But
don't
no,
think-
I've seen some videos of it. But now thinking deeper on that topic, it's like, ooh, that's
certainly a
not-
possibility.
Yeah, that's not good.
You know, we can throw on the tinfoil hat and go down deep into that, but like to think that that's listen, like let's say, you know, China obviously we're not friends with China. You don't think that they're sending people over the border that are like don't have our best interests in mind? I'm not saying that they're necessarily Chinese nationals, but like
right.
you know, people from I have no idea. I have no idea where they would even be from. But you don't think that these countries are sending
Oh, I'm sure.
people to kind of
I'm
like
sure.
infiltrate to some degree?
They're parked over Cuba. I
Yeah,
don't know
they're
if they-
parked over
I don't know if they've
Cuba.
gotten there yet, but I know that they were.
They're trying. They're
putting
trying to
a
build
base
a
over
base
there.
there.
Yeah.
Bruh, what?
That's a little. That's already like very skeptical right there. It's like, ooh, what's going on there?
All listen. This is all I know. Again, I'm a meathead. I'm not like I don't know shit. I don't trust the media. I don't trust what I see on social media. There's no one that I trust to give me like legitimate information. It's just people's opinions based on other information that they got. So I have no idea what's going on, but I do know that it's not good. It could all blow over and be totally fine, but
Right.
things are certainly starting to, you know, come to a head. It feels like.
Caught me way off guard when I saw on Saturday the videos of the airstrikes. I
Dude,
was
my
like,
social
oh, that's
media,
real.
It's just all of that.
Yeah. It's actually crazy that we live in a time now where we can like see this stuff practically live as it's happening.
I know, it's nuts.
Because think about all the things that they could hide back in the day, you wouldn't see it.
think about all the stuff that's on the internet right now.
Yeah.
That's like you just can't find on like regular internet.
Yeah. It's
That's
so crazy.
Probably the craziest shit you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
So
Makes you
yeah,
think.
everyone's got a phone.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched like planes getting shot out of the sky like, on TikTok.
Well, hold on. Why did they decide to do this random test to see if they could send an emergency broadcast to all the technology that we have in the U.S.?
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
That's
super
fucking.
random.
That's fucking weird.
yeah.
That weird. And they're all like, by the way, this is happening. By the way, this is happening. They just shed like that's never happened. Never. They fucking know that they can send it to all the phones and all the computers and all the radios. They already know they can do that. Why
Well,
would
maybe
they do
they don't know. They're actually
Yeah, maybe
legitimately
not.
testing it out because
Yeah.
like, hey, yo, we might have to do this.
But why would they be doing that, right?
Yeah.
That
Why now?
That made me question it.
Why now?
I mean, there was some people. I love like it's the frequency. Turn your phones off. It's like,
Yeah.
all right. let's
Listen,
not.
I'm really not like a big time conspiracy
Yeah.
theory guy.
Yeah.
Like I really do try to be like.
It's just things that make you question, like why is that going
If
on?
there's
right?
one like here's the thing, like with the emergency broadcast thing, I'm gonna look at that and be like, yeah, they're probably just trying to test some shit,
Yeah.
right? But people that are deep in the conspiracy game, like, no, it's like they're trying to control our minds at certain frequencies. I'm like, all right, bro, probably not.
Yeah.
But like when you take this one thing and this other thing and this other thing and this other, and you take all of these things that are now all kind of weird, all starting to add up all at the same time. That's when I'm starting to be like, something kind of feels a little weird.
Yeah.
But I don't know what's gonna happen. But I know that
Fixing to find out.
yeah,
real
I'm definitely
soon.
gonna start getting some more ammo.
All I know is I'm ready.
I'm ready, dude.
So I've
for
been
real.
training with you for 3 years. Let's go, motherfuckers.
I'm ready. Dude.
Like,
I would like to get that AK.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to get that AK for a while. And I think it's probably time.
yeah.
Just in case. Because honestly, like this is the first time in my life where I was like, yo, shit might pop off here.
Dude, that would be so fucking crazy. But honestly, I'd rather it happen here. Got the home advantage. I already know where I'm going.
Yeah, I don't
But,
know.
but
I mean,
well, actually, you probably
What would you do?
You wouldn't.
would you? I mean, if
I
there's
have-
people like
I-
actual war popping off,
Yeah, well,
you would
if,
dip out into the woods.
no, well, I mean, if I had the option to, if you're in the draft, you probably don't. But let's just say in a scenario that
No one's drafted. No one.
Yeah,
That's the
okay.
scenario. No
It's
one's
just a
drafted.
free-for-all,
But
right?
like people are there's
Yeah.
there's war happening on the homeland.
Yeah, I would take all the closest people to me and some of my buddies that are just fucking, got a full arsenal and probably head out to my cabin.
Just make a militia.
Yeah, make a whole militia. Probably go out to my cabin because it has everything you need there.
Yeah.
And it's a Quonset hut. It's literally like a metal hut out in the middle of nowhere. The woods I'm very familiar with. There's just so many things I could do out there where I could just be so protected. But it's like, again, are we talking about a scenario where people are just everywhere attacking? Or it's like, because that's more of like a zombie apocalypse situation. If the warfare is happening in a certain area, that's a completely different scenario, right? It's like, oh, you got to go to that area. But the thing is, like, I grew up hunting my whole life. So if you put me in some woods, I mean,
Yeah.
I feel
so
like
you're
I
safe.
would-
So you're basically going to be like, hey, I'm going to go dip out from the hot fighting. I'm going
Yeah.
to get my buddies together, and we're just going to be safe, living a nice little life. And then if shit pops off around us, then it's going to go down.
right.
That's what you're
I guess
saying.
I would just do what would make the most sense. It's
Yeah.
like,
I'm
is
not
it
trying to be part of this.
Yeah, is it a suicide mission to go and fight this battle where there's just airstrikes and bombs and shit everywhere? Or is it like straight ground warfare and we're just fucking in a battlefield?
I think the realistic thing would be that there's like maybe like sleeper cells here, and they just light off bombs.
Yeah.
I don't think there's going to be actual like gunfighting. Like, dude, there's like 400 million guns in this country that we know about. I think
Dude, it would be so
the average
crazy.
American, I think a lot of Americans would band together and be like, if it's like
Yeah.
their
Yeah.
militias against our, I think they would have no chance.
Yeah.
So I think they know that. It'd probably be more like, hey, let's set off some bombs and look more like guerrilla warfare on their side, because they're going up against 330 million people that, probably 100 million, or let's say 50 million of those people are probably armed and ready.
Yeah.
That's not good odds.
It'd be so stupid of them, though, to come over here. They just.
I mean, why? I think to be super
I think it'd be
smart.
stupid. Well,
If they come in here, they just light some bombs off. They do it like terrorist style. Like they're not trying to like confront us in like actual conventional
yeah,
warfare.
if they do it that way. But
That's what I'm saying.
then the battle is going to be taken to their country, most likely.
Well, it's
whoever
probably
decides.
already started in their country,
Yeah.
and they're just bringing it to us.
So let's say it's China, and we're going over to China. And
I think
goes
the
down there, it'd
Chinese,
be
dude.
crazy.
I don't think the Chinese are going to send Chinese people here.
Yeah.
I think they'll send like mercenaries or something that
Mm-hmm.
aren't Chinese. But the Chinese are pretty dug in, dude. They're going to be a problem. Like their defense is really good.
Now they're allies with Russia.
Yeah, Russia's
But-
kind of. I mean, dude, we were fucking up Russia with Ukraine.
Yeah.
We didn't even send any
We're not
troops
even in there.
and yeah, so we were
Yeah.
doing work on Russia. So like, it's just once they all team up, that's what's gonna be a problem.
I don't
But,
know.
like-
When I think warfare, I just picture like a battlefield, like an empty battlefield with just holes and smoke and shit everywhere.
People playing the piccolo,
dugouts and
the drums.
Fire! Fix bayonets. No, but I really do. I do think that, and I think. Yeah, I don't know. That's the situation I think of. But yeah, it's probably not going to be that way
I
because
don't even
all
know-
the technology, the bombs, the planes, everything we have, which there's a lot of things we don't even know we have. So
Yeah, I
who
think that
knows? And our defense system, I think, is really strong.
I think
so-
our homeland defense is
Yeah.
pretty good. I think China's is probably better, but our offense is like
You think
completely
China
next
has better
level.
defense? Why do you think that?
Because that's where they spend their money. They spend their money like protecting against offensive attacks from other militaries, more so than they spend their money to go offensively attack other countries.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's better than ours or not. I don't know.
Right.
But like theirs is really, really good. I got a bunch of military buddies. That's what they say.
Oh.
Anyway, that China is like, they're pretty dug in.
So what are you gonna do?
I don't know. I guess I would have to see what happens.
You'll be part of the militia or what?
Yeah, probably. I mean, honestly, like, I don't have family. I'm not married. I don't have kids. Like, what the fuck else am I doing?
Yeah. All right.
Honestly.
That's what we're doing.
Like, honestly, like, what else?
The Red 5 Tribe militia.
Yeah, what else would I do?
Yeah. I don't know. Fight for your life.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, it would just be like, well, this is what I was born to do.
Always wanted to use this AK.
For real, though. I mean,
Oh, shit.
Honestly, though, like, I would feel, it depends on the situation, but I would feel a certain obligation to defend the country.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm certainly in the category of people that are responsible for doing that as capable members of society.
Of course. I think so, too.
I feel like I'm in easily the top 1% of capable members of society to defend the homeland.
Yeah.
So there's no, like, law saying I have to do that, but I would feel a personal responsibility to do that. Because there's so many people, so many innocent people that would probably be dying, women,
They can't
children,
defend
stuff
themselves.
like that. Yeah,
right.
I mean,
yeah, it's totally unfair.
the world's not going to miss me too much.
But then it's like, what do you do if it's just everything's getting bombed and it's just out of your hands? It's like,
If things are just like
No.
this, if cities were just like getting bombed, I'd probably dip out of the cities and wait for that to be over.
yeah, I would not be hanging in Florida. It just seems like such a terrible spot to be.
Yeah, I think here we're probably fine, at least for a while.
Yeah.
But like Miami, Jacksonville, they're probably the first place to go. Tampa is probably on the list, but like I think there's probably way bigger cities that they're more interested in.
It's like that asteroid movie where the asteroid hits Tampa first and completely wipes it out. It's like, of course
Really?
that would happen.
What
yeah, they
movie's
made
that?
a movie. I don't remember the name of it.
Hit Tampa first?
It's like the end of the world movie.
Yeah.
Where asteroids, decide to hit all these different states, destroyed everything. Tampa was the first one. They're like, we'll put it on live view now, and the asteroid hits just wipes out entire. It's like, that'd be crazy. Of course, Tampa.
I think I think if Tampa were to get like seriously bombed, we'd probably be fine here. Like we're
Yeah.
far enough away. If it got like nuked, we'd be fucked. But
Well, at least we're close to water.
yeah,
Maybe we can find some underwater pods.
some aliens.
Let's talk about
live
on
underwater.
the next. We should talk about underwater survival,
Yeah,
which is very possible.
surviving underwater.
Oh yeah,
I would much rather just dip out into the woods.
but what
The
if you don't have the
technology-
chance?
I mean, I feel like you would know.
Go out to an offshore rig, get in a little pod, go down about 800 feet. Can't be any
Where are you
safer
gonna
than
just
that.
randomly get a pod offshore?
You're just gonna, get on a little boat, find
Just-
find a boat,
Just go on a
hotwire the
side
boat.
quest and hopefully just find a pod to live in.
150 miles out, you'll find yourself an oil rig somewhere in the Gulf, and I'm sure you could look up the coordinates. Pop there, and hey, we get down there in your pod.
They got what?
Yeah.
So they have pods that you can live on.
Yeah, it's called saturation diving, where they send the divers down in this pod. It's pretty much like a space station, but underwater, right? And they stay down there for like 30 days, and then they decompress on the way up, so they get all the nitrogen out of their blood.
Can they float on the water as well?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you should just float on the water most of the
No,
time
you're
until
just a
shit
sitting
pops off.
duck.
Then you can go down.
You're just a sitting duck.
For
You don't wanna
who?
Do that. For anybody.
For all right, if you just have a random pod floating in the middle of the vast ocean, they're gonna target you.
Well, yeah, because you're buying an oil rig. If you're buying an oil rig, I mean, come on.
Just
They fucking
drive away.
They blow that bitch up.
just drive away from the rig.
Okay, the pod doesn't have all these capabilities you're talking about.
Well, listen, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
So
but now you're talking about a submarine. But we could get into that. But that's a whole
yeah, how do we
ballgame
commandeer
there.
a submarine? I feel like that would be. I would rather just chance it and go into the woods.
I don't think it would be that hard to steal a submarine.
Really.
No.
First of all, where and how would you? You don't even have no idea how to drive it. There's going to be people on there that are experts and probably armed to the teeth. How are you just going to steal a submarine?
I think not a lot of people have attempted to steal a submarine. That's why I think it's possible.
How do you know? I feel like it's probably happened before.
Yeah, but they're
You don't think
probably
that
like
they're-
these pirates that are like wearing their little cut up T-shirt and their little pirate hat, or trying to,
I feel like these pirates are probably a little bit more capable than me to steal a submarine. They at least
They
have.
can't even steal a cruise ship. Oh, come on.
I mean, they rob them
Now that would be something.
to rob a cruise ship.
Yeah, that would be easy.
You're gonna be a sitting duck though. If you're a sitting duck in a pod,
What are they gonna blow the ship up?
yeah.
Not if you had like a ship full of people, they wouldn't. But
Yes,
okay,
they would.
then
Why would
here's-
they not do that? Why, like, that makes no sense. Of course they would.
well, like civilians, you know.
I mean, I
People
wouldn't
on
put it
vacation.
past them. I wouldn't
Oof.
want to sit on a cruise ship.
Yeah.
Then you got to be with other people.
You don't think you could steal a submarine?
I mean, I think if my life depended on it, I would like put my mind to it and probably try to figure it out.
I
I'll
think
try to
I-
infiltrate from the inside in. I would be like, yo, let me get a job here, or at least like do like a what kind of what do they wear? I would try to like steal one of their credentials, like
Yeah.
get somebody that's leaving for the day to go home from work, steal their uniform. I don't know. But I don't think that you can just go by force and steal. We're talking about like a military submarine or just like a. Is there any other types of submarines that aren't military? Well, listen, you can probably get a submarine.
Well, I mean, there was a submarine, but that submarine tried to find the Titanic, and it's no longer available. But
The cartels use submarines. They do.
the cartels.
Yeah, the cartels use submarines, like janky ass submarines, to ship coke over here.
Well, yeah, those are submarines that probably don't go that deep. But I would say a military sub. I want like an.
You would
actual
never
submarine.
ever steal a military submarine. There's nothing that you could do to steal a military submarine.
I think I could surely get pretty close to stealing it.
Next YouTube video, Hunter tries to steal a military submarine.
No,
Listen,
for
there's no way, bro. A military submarine. First of
Yeah.
all, those things are so insanely like high tech. They're like the pride and joy of the Navy,
Right.
next to the aircraft carriers.
That's where you catch them off guard. They'd be like,
You would never,
"What? They
never,
just-
they're
what?
never
Right.
in a million years would you even.
And what are they
going
gonna
to
do? Because how many submarines do they even have? Not many. So if you take a submarine, you already got the upper hand. Because what are they gonna do? Get another one? Try to shoot you?
bro? You
Come
would
on.
never. First of all, how would you even find it?
Well,
They like the whole point of
where's the
submarines
nearest military
is that
base
they're like
with water?
super like stealth, and like other militaries with all the capabilities in the world can't find them, and
All
you're
right,
just gonna
fine,
go
fine.
swimming through the ocean and find
Fine.
one.
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Maybe not a submarine, but I do really think I could steal a jet.
It's not the a jet.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
dude, a jet would be even harder.
How?
First of all, you don't have no idea how to fly it.
Have you ever played GTA?
No,
Grand Theft Auto.
I know what Grand Theft Auto is.
Okay, I've played. I just-
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry
stolen-
I even questioned you on that.
I've stolen many jets on there. all
My
right?
apologies.
5 stars, flying this thing in the air, taking down police helicopters, military. I mean, come on.
Bro, why didn't you say that from the beginning?
I know.
Totally sold.
Also, submarine.
You stolen a submarine on GTA?
I have got those skills, son.
I mean, I wish you would have said that from the beginning.
I know. Now it changes everything, doesn't it?
Yep,
Right.
totally.
So,
You're out here. What kind of fighter jet you think you're gonna steal?
like a
Like a propeller plane out of some dude's fucking barn? That's your best
No.
bet.
like the newest military jet.
The F-35 Lightning,
Yeah, maybe a stealth bomb. I think that'd be kind of cool.
a B-2
Because if I had a choice and I had like a
Spirit.
like a hangar that had like a stealth bomb or just a fighter jet, I'd be like, I'm gonna take the stealth bomb. That'd be cool.
I would take the fighter
Or
jet.
AC-130.
I would take the fighter jet all
Mm.
day over a stealth bomber. Boring.
Boring.
Like they're not like, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. They just look cool.
Yeah, you would never come any. You wouldn't even. You would get shot before you even got anywhere near that.
I'm literally about to have.
As soon as
like,
you step foot
dude,
on the military installation, you would just be
I'm
shot.
gonna have 3 men in a black suit pull up to my house later.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to come with me, sir.
Yeah, it's probably gonna get flagged.
What did I
It's
do?
okay.
What did I do?
Talking about stealing a military.
Nah, we can cut
Stealing
that out.
anything from the military is virtually impossible.
All right.
Any vehicle,
All right, fine.
especially a submarine.
At a civilian airport, could easily steal a plane.
Yeah, I think it's.
Some
I
a
think
guy
it's reasonable.
did that. A
I
guy
think it's
literally,
reasonable.
stole a plane and then he just
Like a little propeller plane?
Yeah.
Or a jet.
Don't quote me because I'm not really sure.
I
but
think.
want to say.
I
more
think
like
stealing a little propeller plane
yeah.
is probably pretty similar to stealing a car.
Mm.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's doable. Highly illegal, but
Well, the guy that did
doable.
steal a plane, he did work like at the airport, so it's easy for him just to go.
Yeah.
But he just flew it in the side of a mountain after he was done. Had his little fun and just.
Did he parachute out or did he
No, he killed
die?
himself.
He was like,
Yeah.
this is the end for me.
Yeah, it's a way to go out.
Yeah.
Sheesh. That'd be
Certainly
so
is.
crazy. Yeah.
Certainly is. Anyway, if you want to train for the military, or if you want to train for World War III, strength, cardio, flexibility, stamina. Let's see if I can remember these. Power, speed,
Endurance. You already named
cardio is endurance.
that. Yeah. True.
Coordination, balance, accuracy. Come on, baby, one more. Agility.
Boom.
Boom.
Red 5 Performance.
Red5performance.com. Viking Warrior Shield Main is a great place to start.
Mm-hmm.
This episode is brought to you by Red5performance.com. The hottest programs in the streets, baby. Buy my programs, bro.
Be World War III ready.
Be World War III ready. USA, USA.